Hi everyone, this is Key, and my friend over there is Sheryll White. Sheryl,
Hi.
Sheryl is our broker in Colorado. She has three offices. She has EXIT Realty Denver Tech Center. She has EXIT Realty Cherry Creek and EXIT Realty Pikes Peak. She has a lot of agents. And I was chatting with her about this idea. What are they doing in Colorado to keep that momentum that we need? Our agents have a momentum during the spring. And because of this thing called COVID 19, some of that momentum got lost. And she shared with me something called Ignite. I'm like, okay, I want everybody to know about it. Hi, Sheryl.
Hi, Key. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, every year Exit International asks us to pick a word, and our office word this year was ignite. So we've been working within the office quite a bit using that. And when this whole kind of stay at home thing came to be, we were like, how can we keep the momentum going and play off of that ignite? So we came up with our weekly training programs going forward at our Mentoring Mondays using the little acronym IGNITE. Keep everybody going forward.
So basically, you took the word of the year, Ignite, and then you took all of the letters, and for each letter, you assigned an idea, and you're going to share them with us.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's exactly what we did.
Well,
Right on the head.
let's go.
Okay,
What is the
let's
first
go.
I?
So Ignite starts with an I, and so the first letter is I. And we always talk about in real estate that there is no I in team, but right now we feel you need to think of I first. With all that's going on, it is important to think of you. So we have I, and it represents the word invest and everything that comes with invest in you. So your mindset every day. Where's your mindset, and what are you doing to help feed that today? Where are your visions? Where are your goals? How do they need to be adjusted? Are you being a leader to the people in your world, in your community right now? Thinking of you. How about your habits? How have they changed? Are you keeping those habits? Are you filling yourself up maybe with some special books? Great reading lists out there. Great time to do some reading. But most of all, think of you, hard work. Are you working hard? Because at this point, we're going to have to work really hard to get through this situation.
So for me, I also has this mindset of if you get yourself right, you'll be able to get your family right. You get your clients right. So you taking care of you, you having time for yourself in the morning. That has nothing to do with real estate. It has to do with your own mindset. Some people do
Right.
affirmations. Whatever it is, that investment in your I is very important. I like that. So now
Absolutely.
we get,
Absolutely. All right. So let's move on. Let's go to the next letter. Ignite.
yes.
IG. So G. G means get up. Get up and get going. I know that sounds crazy, but your routine, how you run your business from this different situation is going to mean a lot. So, what is your start time for work? We all had a start time for the last few years. Now our situation has changed. We may be homeschooling our kids, taking care of other people outside of the home that we need to that depend on us. So our business hours are going to be different, but you need to know when they start, and you need to get ready. Get up, get showered, get your exercise in, do your regular morning routine so you are ready to face that day. I call that discipline, doing things you don't want to do and doing them anyway. So that's it. We kind of have that time.
So
So
get up
while you're
and get going.
Yeah, so while you're in this low phase and you're up and you're getting going, remember to continue to do your trainings. If your office has trainings out there, attend the trainings, schedule those in. Go through your email in real time and don't let it get so out of hand. There's so much information coming through. Decipher it, think about it, and then respond to those sort of things. But that regular routine to find where the new normal is for that day is super important right now. So
Excellent.
that's RG.
Okay. So uh, get up, get going, take action. All right. So
Absolutely.
now we get to N.
N, yes, a whole new class in a short period of time here. But N stands for now is the time. N stands for now. Absolutely the perfect time to do so many things in our business. Number one, review what we've been doing and what is our plan. Make the little adjustments right now that we're going to have to make to continue to do our business. What can I do? Make those adjustments for what you can do. Maybe the things that you are doing, this is where you're going to enhance what you're doing. Maybe your listing presentation, you're ready to make it better. You're ready to add, maybe even eliminate something that you don't like in there. Now is the time to do training. How about not only your office trainings, but online CE classes? Those are available right now. Great time to do those. Set your systems up if you haven't set up a system. Let's get, what is my buyer system from when I work with the buyer till we go to closing, and then what's the system from beyond, and then what's the system when they call and list that house. Get those systems set up, because now is an awesome opportunity. Awesome time to do all that. So a couple things you could do also that is different is we're working on setting up a virtual buyer program and a virtual seller program so that we can still work with buyers through our amazing virtual auctions and still work with sellers through our amazing virtual auctions, because our current climate has changed. So small little updates, things like that you can do. So N is for now is the time, Key.
Excellent. So for me, if I had to add something, a lot of you also realtors have been thinking about how do I, I should always grow my YouTube channel. I should always grow my Facebook channel. Make time now to add 5, 10 people a day or a week. It will benefit you down the road. The little things you do now will accumulate over a long period of time. So now we come to the other I in Ignite.
The other I in Ignite would be initiate. So now is the time to do it. Now let's initiate it. Let's move that momentum forward. So am I working my plan? What can I do? How can I be creative? How can I'm going to call and add 5 new people, or I'm going to go on my Facebook friends and see who I don't have in my database, in my pot of gold. Remember, it's your pot of gold. So this is where you initiate all those actions. I'm going to actively schedule some trainings. I am going to actively update my CE. I'm going to commit to 1 more connection today via phone call or text or Facebook message. Make that for 20 more by the end of the month. That'd be awesome. I'm going to start an online home buyer class. I really got to share some of these things with you guys so that you see that there are so many possibilities. I have agents who regularly do a first-time home buyer class once a month, and they did it 2 days ago, and they had to move it online. So they had 14 invitations for people to attend when they were doing it in person. They had 25 people attend when they did it online. I spoke with them last night, and they got 22 potential leads that are within the next 8 months from that class. And it was all done virtually. So initiating, doing it. Oh yeah, I can do an online class. I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do that next month. Do it now. It's paying off. So I is for initiate.
And
anything you'd like to add, please?
yes, make a routine to initiate calls. Don't have to do a lot of calls, but calls do matter in our business. We need to be talking to our clients. And if you initiate your calls and you are really grounded to listen properly, what's going to happen is you're building long-term relationships, even if the need for real estate is not right now. Now we go to the letter T in Ignite.
Right. And you just said it, but in a different word. You said the word call, and I'm going to say T stands for talk.
Oh,
time for us to talk. Talk to others. We are a belly-to-belly business, and
that's
we
correct.
do great side by side. We are unified, but we are not necessarily belly-to-belly. So I need to make sure that I'm talking every day. How can I talk? I talk about the care. I care about you guys. I'm concerned about you guys. I have my pot of gold that I'm going to talk to. and talking for us is going to be really good in our mental state also. I was looking, I told you, Kia, about some quotes about what's the quote for busy hands. And it said, busy hands are happy hands. But what actually came up were a whole bunch of other quotes. And the one that came up was, busy hands achieve more than idle thoughts. So if you're just thinking about doing it, it's not achieving anything. But if you're doing it, you're making that momentum and you're keeping moving forward. So how can I, people are thinking phone calls, blah, blah, blah. How can I do something different? How about a phone call chain where you're calling other, I'm calling you and you call him and he calls me back? Or, how can those phone calls be different? There's many, many different ways, but I do know that you are always going to move in the direction of your most dominant thought. So if you're thinking of those ways, you're going to get to that place.
Correct. And talking can take the form of Zoom, where people can use a Zoom group where they bring 3-4 people and they can collaborate.
Absolutely. I got this idea from one of my agents, but one of my agents with some of her girlfriends, they had a Zoom happy hour and they had a little questionnaire where they all filled out who they thought was the most likely person was to do this. And who's the most likely person to do this? And then they all got together. And I'm actually going to do that with my girlfriends tomorrow night. I thought my close girlfriends are people that I tend to not speak to as much as my database where I know there's going to get that big business. So I thought this will be a perfect time to do that. So yes, T is for talk. Let's get talking.
So before we do the last letter, Ignite has 6 letters. We have I. The first I is for?
The first I is for invest.
The G is for?
Get up.
The N is for?
Now. Now is the time.
The second I is for?
Initiate.
The T is for?
Talk. Talk, talk, talk.
That's right. That's what we do for business. We are realtors. We talk for a living. And the last letter is E. What does that one stand for?
E stands for something everybody loves, which is exercise.
That's right.
And E, you do need to exercise right now. And that's not only in the traditional sense. I mean, the gym's not closed. That's looking different how we exercise. I was walking through my neighborhood the other day and I was totally shocked I had neighbors because I go to the gym every morning at 5. I don't see anybody doing any activities. But E's for exercising for yourself and also exercising your skills and your mind. You need to exercise those other things. You do not want to be practicing how to do a listing presentation in 3 months when you're at your first listing. You want to practice it now. So take advantage of Zoom. Get on Zoom and we have people in the office that we've connected this week to practice listing presentations back and forth, to practice phone calls back and forth. Yep. So,
I love that a lot. Yep, because then you're really sharpening the saw. You're getting better at what you do.
Exactly. And so exercise, do some fun things that way. As far as not only physically, I have to tell you about one of my agents who was working their database. Lives in a cul-de-sac. He also farms that whole area. So everybody that had a spin bike, they had them bring them out to their driveway. So they had about 18 spin bikes, and the agent conducted a spin class in the middle. So they're their friends, they're their neighbors, but they're also his farm area.
Awesome.
So it's like, how can I get people involved in exercise? And I'm still doing my job and practicing. So that was kind of a fun little tip to share.
That is really fun to hear. Well, that it is. Ignite. Hashtag Ignite. So
hashtag Ignite.
Sheryll, this was awesome.
Yes, Keith. Thank you for having me on. I hope everybody could use some information we had today.
I think they will. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Keith. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.